Hello everybody, welcome to Ron's detailed modeling video. I hope you will like this unboxing of a Revell kit for the Camaro concept car. It will be a very easy modeling kit. It's for 10 years plus. It's an easy click system, so there is no glue needed. Only 43 parts. Now we will check that. I will do a part count. I would hear some of the parts. Let's have a look here on this side. Here's some very nice details for the inside with some nice exhaust system, very nice brake lights. This is car number 07648. It is in the scale 125. The car is 19 centimeters. So let's open it up. As you can see, the box is already laminated. This actually is a request order to make. A good friend of mine has this car, the real car, but not in this color, but in bright yellow. So this car for sure will be made in bright yellow. It is sold already. All my models are for sale, or if you like to have your car or your dream car be made, I can do that. Just contact me, email me down below on the screen. You can see my email address. If you have any questions. So the box is already prepared. I laminated it, and on the inside I put some reinforcement. Unfortunately, this model came all the way from Germany, and it had the box itself had some damage. It was pretty strong squeezed here on the inside, pushed inwards. I hope the parts are not damaged. We will see that later. That's why I made some reinforcement here on the inside with plexiglass, because this box will be sent to the owner of the car. So here the assembly plan. Absolutely beautiful. Revell is for me the #1 in making assembly plans. Here we have some of the decals. There are two ways: water slide decals and some stickers. The real car does have these decals on the car. Here on the box it is without the decals, but I definitely will use the water slides and the stickers. I will use that later for other models. Definitely the striping, I will keep it in my box for spare parts. Some very nice decals here, the dashboard, speedometer and so on. Some nice striping here for the air vents here on the side, and where all the other decals will be needed. Camaro here, some very nice silver Camaro that will come here on the side of the car. Later this week I'm going to visit the real car and take some detailed pictures inside and outside, and we'll use that for making the assembly of this kit. Now here, page 2, some instructions. Very nice, again from Revell. They made it in very many languages, accessible for everybody all over the world. I like that. It's really nice. I mean, if you have a modeling kit from Hasegawa or Aoshima, it's always a trouble with the translation. Later I will print out some pictures from the real car that I can show you how it has to be. And then we start here with assembly step number 1. The 2 seats, the cabin, the dashboard. A lot of decals here in the dashboard. The roof and the windows. The front grille, the light in clear. Then the rear, the brake lights. Very nice, as one set, one click and it's done. Then here number 12, the chassis and the floor, cabin. Then here number 13, the merging of the 2 main parts, the body and the chassis. You can see that later on this video. This video is not only the unveiling and unboxing, but also the assembly of the kit. The tires and the wheels, or the rims, the front and the back. We have to pay attention to the profile. Then the attachment of the tires, the small details, the rear view mirrors. They will be in the same color as the body, so I will attach them when it's ready for spray paint. Probably this color that I'm going to use is the TS16 yellow. So assembly step 20, and that's it. Assembly step 21 are again some decals that I will do, of course, after the body paint, because after the body paint we're also going to use a gloss clear coat TS13 from Tamiya. That about the assembly plan. So, ta-da, let's open up. What do we have here? The box is empty. There we go. Very nicely packed from Revell. Very nicely protected. Checking here if there are some. Here's a little bit of a squeeze, but it's not out of shape. It's still okay. You can see the white. That means that there's been stress on the body part here, but it's not broken, so that's a good thing. Here's a little bit of a strange thing that needs some sanding, some molding lines, and the first appearance I cannot find any. Yeah, here we are, definitely. You can even hear it with my nail if I go over it. You can see here a very thick molding line, and here on this side as well. Probably here's a thick molding line, and here on the other side, straight down, that needs to be sanded away. Here's a molding line, and here by the spoiler there is one, but still there will be coming another part on top of it to cover it, so there's no issue. But definitely this needs attention. So here we have the axles and 4 screws. The spoiler here for up the back, and the rear view mirrors. Here we have the brake lights. That definitely needs some sanding over here to make it flat. Anyway, it will not be visible. It will be on the inside, but I want to have it nice and clear. The tires. Oh, tube tires. Very thin, very nice profile. There's no molding line in the center. These ones are wider. The rear tires, the front tires. For the environment, not so nice to have so much plastic, but for the shipping, I think it's definitely an advantage. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really impressed with this bottom. There will be a few hours work on this part. Of course, I am not going to have any pictures from the real car. For the bottom, I have to use my imagination. This will be very nice. Here, the muffler, I'm going to make some heat treatment here to make it look shiny with purple, red, blue, yellow, orange. Then we continue. The windows, some other clear parts. The headlights. Oh, here we have a broken part. Obviously, not a big deal because the brake is on the inside for the headlights. So this should be repairable. Should be no problem. For the rims, these are chrome painted. And last bag. Oh, nice floor mat. Very nice seats. Here we go with the dashboard. No engine parts. The grille and the disc brakes and the steering wheel. The door panels. Very good. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the unboxing of the Camaro. The big one. We'll go here in the box. We'll be using the decals. Big Ziploc. The next step will be painting and assembly. Now, since I don't have the pictures yet for the interior, I'm not able to start here with the seats and the inside and the dashboard. I want to have the real pictures, which is scheduled for this week. Basically, I'm starting here now with assembly step 6 with the body to the parts that needs to be colored as well, which is the spoiler, the rear view mirrors. Same here in the corner. Here it looks a little bit weird because the pins didn't snug in completely inside. So I added also here a little bit of glue as a kind of a body filler in the hope that it will not be visible anymore. So I did the primer yesterday. First of course, I started sanding off with the 1000, the sanding sponge. It's a Tamiya sanding sponge sheet 1000, and I used it to roughly take away here the molding line. Some very thick molding lines here. The primer is done. On the outside, I put masking tape. I have 4 sizes to cover the outside, and then put tissue paper over it as well to save a little bit more of the masking tape. And then I did the inside. All this was covered, and then with the TS29, the semi-gloss black from Tamiya, the spray can paint, I painted it on the inside. I'm going to put the masking tape again here on the inside inside on the windows to cover and basically protect the inside from the outside, and that is going to be TS16. I did receive a few pictures from the owner, which is this one. Printed it out, they were on my cell phone. As you can see, the body is finished. We are now a few days later. I went there to the home of the owner and took the necessary pictures, and I'm lucky that the color is perfect. It is the correct color compared to the original car. The painting has been done 4 times. I gave it a spray paint because of the molding lines. So lesson learned, when you do sanding, when you're sanding the primer, repaint the primer and make sure that there are no more naked spots on your body. The polishing is done also 3 times. I've used the compound, the Tamiya compound. After that, I started off with the panel lining. As you can see, is finished. This one from Tamiya, the black one, became very nice. There is a very thick panel line here on the roof, but there is no groove here in the roof on the model, so that will be very hard to continue panel line here on the roof. Then on the pictures I noticed that the spoiler is black. Bummer, because the spoiler is an additional part that I should have kept off and painted it separately. The rear view mirrors became nice. Then what I still need to do is a little bit of correction here in the corner of the windows. There's still a little bit yellow flowing over on the upper part of the window, so I have to use a little bit of semi-gloss black to repaint here on the inside. Same here with the back hatch, or how you call that here, the rear mirror. As you can see here, there's a little bit of yellow in the middle, it's black, so I have to cover that with the semi-gloss black. Next step, what we're going to do now is the striping on the bonnet. So that's the plan for now. I'll see. Oh, another thing that is finished as well is the undercarriage, the bottom of the car. I've used my own creation, my fantasy, my inspirations to do the painting. I just used my own imagination with some heat effect on the muffler. And I'm very excited to show you the results of the body. The body is finished. Maybe to increase the shininess, I will polish it one more time. The final clear coat is done. Clear coat TS13. I did that this morning, so it's still a little bit drying. I'm not going to touch it, but I think it became really beautiful. Here at the back I had to make some adjustment. The real car has a black spoiler, and I sprayed this gloss black TS14, and here with rubber black TS82, because that's what the real car has. It doesn't go here exactly in the line, a bit higher, so that's what I did. Then during the masking here on this side, I damaged the decal. This one is still the original here, and here this one came off, so I had to use a panel liner. So the decals are covered with the clear coat, so they are a little bit protected, longer lasting, and I'm not going to touch it furthermore. The clear coat was done about 4 hours ago, so this is already dry on the touch, but I don't want to touch it too much to avoid damaging. So I put it back here on the clamp, and then tomorrow we can continue with the windows. Very important moment, the assembly, step number 11, 12, 13 and 14, merging the body with the chassis. And of course no glue needed, there's a small guidings here so that you can put it not upside down. Probably I will be using a little bit of panel liner, there's some nice details here. The mufflers, the original car has round mufflers, these ones are a little bit in a different shape. Not really like the original car. It's not that much chrome. With 12, I always make my models a bit heavier by adding lead. I have small lead cubes. I did already some test fitting. Snugs in just easily. Don't put them too tight, otherwise you might break the plastic. I cleaned the windows already, especially from the inside. The back first, number one, and then comes the front. That's it, perfect fit. There we go. The car is more or less finished. As you can see, the tires, the wheels are on it already. All right. There we go. And that was the last part. In total, 20 hours I've been working on this car. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had some nice tips. Please do not forget to subscribe on my videos and click on the like. Thank you so much and hope to see you again on my next projects.